Combat says, what are your thoughts of MF Ghost and have you watched it? Yes, I have watched MF Ghost. Yes, I have a couple of reactions on my channel, on my YouTube channel. If you haven't followed it already, I'm going to withhold some of my comments. But I feel like Initial D is better. But Initial D is better so far. MF Ghost seems a little bit out of reach. You know what I mean? At least like Initial D felt like those cars were cars that you could buy. I feel like the cars that they deal with now are like, you know, like, oh, Maseratis and Porsches. You're like, hey, those are like just untouchable. Obviously, an expensive car is going to be high performing. It's when you find like a piece of crap car that's a high performing car. You're like, yeah, that's the underdog story. That's what I want to hear. And then like you want like a lovable main character, and the guy in MF Ghost. I'm not in love with him yet. Maybe I will grow to love him, but I'm just like. I feel like I know this is a hot take. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, I know it's gonna be a hot take. I feel like sometimes this is the same thing that's happened with Star Trek Picard as it's happened in MF Ghost, where it's just like they're referencing old characters that you know and love, and you have like an emotional attachment to. And you're like, oh, that brings back like the member berries. But it's not really fair because like I know those guys from a different series because I love them and I grew up with them and I cared for them. And like you mentioning them in MF Ghost brings back those old memories, but I feel like that's cheating. It's cheating because you're using someone else's character development and you're piggyback offing it. You know what I mean? The guy in MF Ghost right now, he's just like, I'm a silly Englishman. But maybe it'll get better. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm crazy. And then the lady slapped him in the face. You're like, that worked in like Initial D because it was like the imposter episode. But like this, just like this is like unprovoked. This is like, you're trying to make these characters care about each other and it makes no sense. You're trying to make me care about rich people's cars, and I don't care. You're trying to make me care about the Scion FRS, which, if you actually own an FRS, you know that it doesn't hold a candle to an 8.6 because it's just, you know, it was just reproduced in namesake only. And I feel like a big jerk for saying it out loud, and I feel like I'm gonna get excommunicated from the car community. And, like, I feel like a curmudgeon who's like, I don't like the new stuff. It was better when I was older. But also, like, I don't know. Like, maybe, you know, they weren't so up their own butts a little bit. Okay, there. I said it. I'm sorry. You can feel free to unfollow my channel. Or, if you agree with me, feel free to sub. Thank you. Okay. All right. I'm sorry.